Hi, everyone. Welcome to today's Lean Publishing tip of the day. Today, I'm going to be talking about how to create a print-ready PDF on Leanpub so that you can get your book into paperback and hardcover and print generally on other platforms. Just the usual housekeeping at the beginning. You can find all these Lean Publishing tips of the day, preserved forever on our YouTube channel at Leanpub. Please subscribe there. And you can also find a corresponding blog post for each of these tips of the day on our website, on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. As I always like to say, if you go there to the blog and you don't see the article, just click on the magnifying glass and you can search for the keywords and you'll find it in the archives. You can also sign up for the Lean Publishing Daily Newsletter if you click the button on any of these blog posts, and you can also sign up for that on our homepage. You should find a banner there on leanpub.com. If you sign up for the Lean Publishing Daily Newsletter, every weekday in your inbox, in your email inbox, you'll get some deals on Leanpub ebooks and ebook bundles and courses and things like that. See how other authors are promoting their books. And you will also, if you scroll down in the email, you'll see this Lean Publishing tip of the day. We also actually have a LinkedIn newsletter if you're if you're a LinkedIn user. And you can find these live streams, of course, if you follow us on social media, which we hope you will. So, getting to today's Lean Publishing tip of the day. So if you're a self-published author and you've come entirely from like the kind of ebook world, maybe Leanpub's the only platform you've ever used or heard of for self-publishing. When you write a book on Leanpub, we create PDF and EPUB versions for you, which you can preview privately yourself as you're writing and then publish whenever the time is right. You don't have to publish. You don't have to wait till your book is completely finished. You can publish when you're one chapter in, and then you can publish you can publish new versions of your book as you add chapters, which means that everyone who already bought your book gets the updated version, gets all the updates in the future. Every time you publish a new version of your book with a new chapter, it's an opportunity to market your book, etc. And so that's the kind of like when you're doing lean publishing or in progress publishing, stuff like that. Your book is going to be only in ebook format. You're not going to be printing new versions of your book if you're publishing it in progress until the end. When your book is done, that's when you can get it into print. This is probably going to be, you're probably going to have published it on Leanpub. You're probably going to have gotten feedback. You might have copy editors, or you might just do it the kind of lean publishing way where people just, who buy your book give you feedback about it one way or another. We've got a contact form on Leanpub that people can find on your book landing page. We encourage you to share an email address of yours with them in the introduction or preface or forward or what have you to your book so that you can get feedback. But when your book is done, you can actually, there are ways of getting it into print. The main way is to use a platform like Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark to get your book into print. Now, I'm not a big expert on how this all works, but I can tell you the high level thing is that in the olden days, in order to get a book into print, basically the only way to make it economical was for a book manuscript to be produced into a print book and then print as many copies of that book as you can essentially like budget for, because the more the cost per unit is lower the more copies you print, basically. And you can imagine what the sort of risks that entails. You can imagine how is the distribution actually going to work? Like if I print this many books here, how many am I going to distribute to that bookstores in Chicago? How many bookstores or how many books am I going to send to Saskatoon? All kinds of complications. What happens if a bookstore orders 100 copies of a book and only sells 50? Or gets refunds? It's a much uglier and less, no matter how ugly and inefficient this whole thing sounds, it's worse in real life. The book publishing industry is very strange that way, or was. Things changed dramatically when basically technology was introduced, machines that can just produce a book from a book manuscript in digital format. Books can just be printed using machines on basically when they're ordered. So what that means, instead of speculating, is there a demand for this book? How many are we going to need to produce? What happens is when you click to order a paperback or a hardcover book, let's say on Amazon, that fires off a message to you. And I'm just kind of making this up, but this is effectively how it works. the closest machine to you, book producing machine, is going to then print that book in the paperback or hardcover that you wanted, and then it's just going to go into the system, and then that book is going to get delivered to you. Um, this is obviously way more efficient than the past way of doing it in most senses, especially as the technology improves, as it typically does. But what that means is that essentially, kind of like, I don't want to go off on too much of a tangent, but people often have weird notions of romantic notions about paper and stuff like that, specifically physically paper, and weird superstitions around, specifically electricity and digital things and stuff like that. But every book that you read nowadays, it's sort of like, with the exceptions aside, is an ebook. And it's a PDF, probably somewhere sitting in a hard drive or a server. And when you want a paper version of that book, the PDF, the ebook is used. And there are people who dispute whether PDFs or ebooks, but I've got an opinion. So an ebook is used to produce your print book. That print book is a secondary derivative product from an ebook file. So now what that means is that if you want to get your book into print, you need to have a book manuscript. That manuscript is going to be digital. And then that manuscript is going to be turned into a print ready PDF, as it's called, somehow. And then that print ready PDF is what you're going to upload to, Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark or whatever platform you're using to get your book into print and get it distributed, presumably around the world. So if you've written your book manuscript on Leanpub in plain text, it is because of all the hard work we've done and all the feedback we've gotten from authors and work we've done with the platforms over the years. It's trivially easy to get the print-ready PDF that you need. We've got a whole walkthrough that I linked to in the blog post here. Let me just share that tab with you. So here's the walkthrough where we show you how to do this. You can find this on the Leanpub Help Center. It's really easy to find. Just Google Leanpub Help Center print ready PDF and you'll find it. There's a screenshot by screenshot walkthrough that shows you everything you need to do. Of course, note that some of these screenshots might be outdated. The pricing kind of things can change and things like that. This will all need to be updated relatively soon, presumably. But yeah, we'll have a sort of full tutorial. One of the funny things about a lot of these Leanpub tutorials is like, oh no, a tutorial screenshot by screenshot. But what we're actually talking about is very, very simple. Let's say, let me share a tab here. So let me go to my demo live stream book, which will get more advanced as time goes on. Let me just load it as though you were going it. So this is what a Leanpub landing page looks like for an unpublished book with no book cover or anything added yet. In this case, we're just using an unpublished book. Click the edit button to go to the book's overview page, which is the main page where you can see all the sort of Leanpub tools that you can use when you're working on a book. And to create a print ready PDF, it's really that as simple as clicking on print ready PDF, going to the export print ready PDF page, choosing your settings. If there's anything tricky about this, that's it. But just to skip all that, all you need to do to produce a print ready PDF is click produce a print ready PDF at the bottom of the page. You'll see the sort of progress bar on the top. We added this cool little button about how you can unlock the process if it gets stuck for some reason, which is, nowadays exceedingly rare. Maybe it wasn't so much in the past, but it can happen from time to time. But when the process completes, you'll see a little success message at the top, and you'll have the download link here for the PDF. The PDF will then correspond to your settings that you set up, and that's it. You download your PDF, and off you go to Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark or wherever you need to go. Now that's how easy it is to produce it. The details, of course, are going to be what formatting you want are going to be up to you. They're going to be contingent on the settings of the platform that you're using, which is a really important thing. And one of the things that actually makes it complicated, the complication doesn't come on our end. The complication comes on the part of Amazon KDP or Ingram Spark or what have you, because producing print books means you really need to get the details right. They will probably have hopefully clear explanations about what they need from you. So if you want a paperback to be this size or that size, if you want the hardback to be this size or that size, They'll have various formatting requirements for the print-ready PDF. We try to provide you with everything that you need to meet their needs. But that will mean probably a little bit of iterating. Like what it'll mean is you'll probably produce a print-ready PDF on Leanpub, go to their website, try and upload it, and might be like, this is wrong. You need to change these dimensions, that dimension, those dimension, things like that. So there will be some complications because producing print books is hard, and each platform is different and it's going to have its own requirements. But hopefully we explain everything well enough here on this page. But again, when you've written your book in plain text in a Leanpub writing mode, it is trivially easy when your book is done to produce the print-ready PDF that you need to go and get your book into paperback and hardcover on these different service providers. If that last part seems really complicated, it kind of is. Using those print platforms is tricky. There is a lot to learn. That's the reason we have our Publish on Amazon service, which is quite expensive. It's expensive because it's a lot of work. But basically, if you're the kind of busy person and you've got a big enough budget and stuff like that, and you're like, look, I want to write books. I don't want to do the work of like kind of trying to think about learning about how to get them into print, things like that. We do have a premium service that you can use where we do it all for you. If you've written your book on Leanpub and it's in plain text in Markua, we can handle all that for you. This service is popular amongst the people who have used it. We just handle everything. Basically, the sort of short version is we really handle everything. You get a bunch of free books to sort of mix, that you can put on your shelf or give to your friends and family. The feeling of getting a printed book is obviously amazing, and very different from as if we're just publishing an ebook. But anyway, if you don't want to have to learn anything that I was just talking about, and you have the budget for it, we can handle getting your book into print for you on your behalf on Amazon. So let's go back to the main blog post for this Lean Publishing tip of the day. It was about how to create a print-ready PDF on Leanpub to get your book into hardback and hardcover and paperback on services like Amazon, KDP, and Ingram Spark. If you've written your book on Leanpub and it's done, it's really easy to do this. It's like choose some settings and click a button and you get the PDF, which is quite amazing and one of the great powers of writing in plain text, basically, because if you were writing in Word or something like that, getting a book into print-ready PDF form is actually hard. Then you would have to basically, every single person needs to reinvent the wheel to do that. And that's one of the things that Leanpub exists to try and free you from having to do. So thank you very much, everyone, for watching this Lean Publishing tip of the day. Today's topic was how to create a print-ready PDF on Leanpub to get your book into paperback and hardcover. You can find the blog post corresponding to this video on our blog at leanpub.com/blog. Just click the magnifying glass to search for the keywords if you don't see it right away. And of course, you can find these videos recorded forever on our YouTube channel at Leanpub under the playlist Lean Publishing Tip of the Day. And yeah, if you like what you see there, please like and subscribe and all that kind of stuff. Everyone who subscribes to Leanpub not only helps themselves discover new books and authors, but also helps other authors and books get discovered as the algorithm sort of improves discoverability and visibility and things like that. So please subscribe to our YouTube channel. And yeah, thank you very much, everyone, for watching this live stream today.